Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bookshelf reorganization and then explaining just where I got some of my books and decor, just a little chit chat while I talk about what I have going on right now and then coming up with a new system for myself. I've acquired a lot of different things lately, so a reorganization is necessary and I just need a little bit of a refresh. Right now, at the moment, I have Legos on my top shelves and then Harry Potter Legos on the Harry Potter shelf itself. This bottom right-hand shelf has all my husband's books, but those are going to need to find a new home because I've gotten quite a few new books lately and they need to find somewhere to live. This shelf right here is all TBR and this shelf is series. Everything else is very loosely color coordinated, but that's going to change. Everything is pretty up for debate, except for the fact that I'm going to still have a Harry Potter shelf itself. Um, so I'm going to start by removing absolutely everything from the shelves and then wiping them down just so that I have a clean surface to start with. And then I'll pretty much just start chatting about some books that I find along the way that I feel are noteworthy and where I got some of my decor, and then how exactly I'm going to be organizing everything. So I got these little bookends, I believe, from IKEA. These are definitely going to stay because I know some of the shelves aren't going to be filled and I'm going to need something to keep them up. I also got these two candles from IKEA. This one I just thought was kind of funny and cute. This one I got around Halloween time. I'm undecided if this one's going to stay, but this one's definitely going to be retired for right now because it's not spooky season. Okay, I'll explain what some of this stuff is. This is a stamped book embosser. It says from the Library of Taylor Weber, and it has this cute little like book with flowers in the middle. You just stamp it right on the paper, and it comes out on your page. These are little book corner protectors. So you just put them on the corners of your book and then they won't bend or get nasty. So I think they're pretty cool. I don't use them very often, probably because they're never like in my line of sight. I might start using them more now. This is a blank scrapbook. Sorry if you can hear my baby crying. He's with his dad. Yeah, it's a blank scrapbook. I do intend to turn this into a little like my first year baby book for my baby, but haven't gotten there yet. Sorry. This is my old Kindle case. I still like it. It's just flowers. It has my name on it and then a little pop thing on it. And this is a very old Kindle. I think. I don't know. I think this is the one I got for my husband, but he doesn't use it because he doesn't read. These are two separate little just book holders that my sister-in-law made me this one, and then one of my friends made me this one. So they're both cute, keeping them both. I like to use these when I take books to work or something like that. That way they stay protected traveling to and from. Beautiful. Okay, I don't know where I got these, but they're like a little very cool. I still think they're cool, but they are taking up way too much space, so I'm going to retire them off my shelf unless I somehow have extra room. This is a cute little Scentsy holder that my mom got me. It's Hedwig. Gonna keep it. Another IKEA bookend staying. That was a plug. Don't know what that's to. Some Scentys. I have a lot of random shit on my bookshelves. This is from a girls' night painting that I did with some of my friends. Cute, not staying. This can find somewhere else. This is actually a wax embosser that I got in Venice with my husband. It is very cool. I don't use it very often, but just for the memories, I'm keeping it. And maybe I'll start using it more too. Who knows? Probably not. This is very cool. My sister-in-law got it for me for my birthday last year. It's just like a little clear case that says Secret Garden on it. Very cute. I keep all of my bookmarks in it. So this is actually a sticker. I believe she made this one for me. These are called cock marks. She's obsessed with them, so she gets me some for my birthday and for Christmas a lot. So this one says A Sucker for Vampires. These ones my mom got me. This one says Just One More Chapter. This one says A good book makes you want to live in the story. A great book gives you no choice. I have these Grinch ones because I freaking love the Grinch. My sister-in-law also colored these ones for me for my birthday. This one says Go Fuck Yourself. I don't know if we can keep this in the video, but we'll see. This one my niece made. She colored it for my birthday. Oh my gosh. These ones are just from the bookstore that I go to around. Oh my goodness. These I just keep laying my hair. These are just extras that I keep laying around because they come with my book of the month, and if I need to just grab one quickly, I don't care if it gets lost or damaged, then I grab one of these ones. This one I believe my best friend from home got me. It just hooks on the corner of the book, and then this is showing on the page that you're on. Super cute. My sister-in-law also colored this one for me. It says Bitch. Another book of the month one. A couple more from the bookstore that I go to. Another book of the month. Another one from my niece. And then these are some book of the month stickers. So I'll keep those out too, because they're not bookmarks. All my TBR ones are going to stay off to the side so I don't get them messed up. This is super cute. There's like a little comic store in the BX of the base that we're stationed at, and my husband got me this little Dobby bookend. Super freaking cute. I do have 2 Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stones books. Well, Philosopher's Stone, because these are the British versions. I only have 2 because the first one that I have, the pages are coming out. But I won't get rid of it because it is the first Harry Potter book that I ever read. So I have a wee bit of an emotional attachment to it. Some of these books I have no idea where they came from. Like, who bought these? Because it couldn't have been me. Ugh, tight squeeze. It's also, I'm starting to sweat because it's June in Germany and we don't have any AC, and I'm in a sweatshirt. So, I'm getting a little hot. Everything is unpacked. I'm going to start by wiping these down, and then I'll insert a clip from my phone camera of the situation I'm dealing with down here. Ew. There was a dead fly on my bookshelf. I just dropped it somewhere in here. Hopefully you can see me sitting down right there. Yeah, you can. About to have a conniption. About to have a conniption. I thought it wasn't recording. I'm pretty pissed because the camera stopped recording. So, okay, now that this is all done, I'm gonna start attempting to figure out how I want this all organized. These bookshelves, all three of them are from IKEA. I also, while I was cleaning these, I meant to say, I probably should wipe them down more often than I do. Probably haven't wiped them down in like a year, but I just found out from TikTok the other day that like book bugs are a real thing. They like live in the pages I think if it's too humid or something like that. I don't know. I didn't see any on my books though, so. Okay, I'm realizing now that maybe I should have separated them all into genre instead of just tearing them all off the shelves. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. First things first, all my husband's books are getting pushed off to the side because these are not my problem anymore. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just here to enforce them. I guess I'll put all my Harry Potter stuff up first, because I know that's gonna stay. I think I'm gonna put them perhaps on the same shelf they were on, just because they're comfy there. That's their home. My janky first book, and then my good first book that I haven't touched. Okay, next thing I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna put all of my book of the month books on one, maybe two shelves, depending on how many I have. And then that way, maybe I'll read them more. Probably not, but we'll see. It kind of pisses me off a little bit that this one doesn't have the book of the month thing on the top, but it has it on the front. I read this book, The Killers of a Certain Age, off of my book of the month, and it honestly sucked, in case anyone was wondering. Also, Wild Dark Shore, I just got in one of my last months, and I was really excited to read it, and then I saw a lot of people say that it also sucked, so now I'm not very excited. And then this Riley Sager one, it was my first Riley Sager book, and then I proceeded to read every single one of them. I'm super excited about the one that just came out a few days ago. I'm gonna read it on my Kindle, but I need to finish the other one that I'm reading first before that. Oh no. Okay, I'm pretty pissed because the camera stopped recording, so I'm just gonna give you guys a lowdown on what I did while nothing was happening. So I did say that I was kind of annoyed that my book of the month second shelf only takes up like a quarter of a shelf because now it just looks empty, but I got over that quickly because book of the month means I'm going to be getting at least one new one every month, so it will fill up eventually. Then I put my TBR back on here. I talked a little bit about how I'm really excited to read the Blake Crouch books because I read Dark Matter and I really, really enjoyed that. It was like my first intro into sci-fi, and I'm really excited to keep going with his books. I did read the first Pines book, and I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but I felt like that was more thriller, suspenseful than sci-fi, so I'm gonna keep going with Recursion and Upgrade. I started on my romance shelves. I don't know if I still have some lingering down here that I need to get to. But I talked about how much I loved the 7-Year Slip. I know a lot of people didn't like the magical realism aspect of it, but I thought it was really, really cute. Then I talked about how I have duplicates of the Unhoneymooners and a few other books down here. So I'm probably going to end up gifting those to someone or just like letting them read them. I talked about Pucking Around and how I couldn't even finish the series because it was so aggressive. I talked about Bride and how I really enjoyed that book as well because I think Allie Hazelwood did a great job with a paranormal romance when she doesn't typically do that. I talked about, this is so silly, I have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and then when I was at the bookstore one day, I got a book called You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry as well because I thought it was a different book by her. It's not, it's just the British titles of it, so that was silly. I started on my thriller shelf up here. I talked about Frida McFadden. I said I know that she has a lot of haters. I'm not one of them. I feel like she, first of all, cranks books out, and I mean, they're quick, they're easy. I never see a twist coming, so they always get me. I like her, and I'm gonna continue reading them. After that, we are back to business. I'm also gonna put in a picture of my dog. He's sitting there so freaking cute in my pile of books. So, okay, back to it. I'm gonna keep filling up my thriller shelves. I did say that I have so many thrillers. It's one of the main genres that I read. I do feel like it's probably gonna take up, honestly, 3 shelves, if not maybe a little bit more. But I also could be seriously overestimating how many books I have. Back to it. That's a romance. I also talked about The Girl with the Dragon Tattoos. I read this book and I felt so stupid and I did not enjoy it. So I have the whole rest of the series, but I don't think I'll be able to continue because I don't get it. I don't like it. I'm done. I'm cutting my losses. Also, Pretty Girls. I read this. What's the hype? What's the hype? Because I didn't like it. I don't understand. Where does everyone stand on Lucy Foley? Because I'm really hit or miss with her books. I don't know that I love her. I'm sure she's a nice lady. It's not that I don't like her. I don't know that I like her writing or the stories that she tells. You might still be able to hear my baby crying downstairs. I don't know. He's been really fussy today, so I'm letting his dad deal with this. I probably took like an hour break from doing this because I was pissed off that my camera stopped recording. I was so mad. My husband kind of had to talk me down. Okay. I'm also only carrying like 3 books at a time because my husband's gonna edit this for me and make fun of me. But when I was pregnant, I thought I had carpal tunnel in my left wrist. So it got worse after I delivered. So I went to the like orthopedic therapy place and they told me that I have something called mommy's wrist. It's just some inflammation and it fucking hurts. So that's why I'm only carrying a couple books at a time because my wrist is weak. I went and got this book on publishing day from Barnes & Noble and I read it in like 2 days on the beach. It was awful. It was awful. I was so excited about it for months and it was just bad. Oh my gosh. Also, tell me if I'm the only one. Even if I have a book with me, I get a book every single time I go to the airport. It's kind of an issue. So damn expensive. Why is everything in the airport so expensive? After I finish this, I'm going to be unboxing my new Kindle. Didn't need one, but I wanted one, so I bought it. I also got this book, The Haunting of Hill House. I bought it because I thought it was going to be like the same as the show. I didn't realize that book was written in like literally the 1930s, and it pained me to read it. I finished it, but it hurt. I think I've gotten through most of the thrillers. Next, I'm going to do this shelf and probably this one as well of my fantasy, but I don't know really how much fantasy I truly have. I just started getting into fantasy because I don't know why. It just wasn't my thing for a really long time. I'm trying to remember like what book kind of got me into fantasy again. I want to say it was Fourth Wing, and I know a lot of people have opinions on that, but I love them. I think they're easy and fun. So I only have the last four Court of Thorns and Roses books because the first one's out on loan to my mom, and I don't think she's read it. She also has my Fourth Wing book, so I only have Iron Flame, and I'm not mad. She can use them for as long as she needs. I'm not complaining. I guess I also have Onyx Storm, so I need to move. I like to try to keep my series together as much as I can. Oh my gosh, my best friend got me this Heavenbreaker book. I haven't read it yet, but look how pretty the edges are. Thanks, Maggie. Look, told you, my book of the month shipment came. I picked that one because it said extra spicy on the emoji thing as well. Why do I literally have 4 copies of the Hunger Games? Okay, I think the next ones I'm gonna do are gonna be like what I would consider general fiction, or like just this is probably gonna be like a miscellaneous shelf. If I have an explanation, I mean I have 4 more shelves, so I might organize these some type of way, but we will see. Okay, I think I'm gonna do general fiction on this shelf. I also have 2 copies of this book called Room. I haven't read it yet because I heard it's really sad and I'm not in the mood to be sad. Really excited about this Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow book. I've heard it's about video games, which I'm typically not into, but a lot of people said that even if they didn't like that, they still enjoyed the book. I also have a lot of like the Odyssey, so I'm probably gonna put those on like a shelf down here, as well as like my husband got me this Pompeii book because it was really cool and I didn't go on that trip with him. So I'm going to put down there. He also buys me manga in like the hopes that I will read it. I've given it my best effort before, but I'm just not into it, dude. I did read all of Death Note for him because I enjoyed the anime. Shocker. I watched it with him. I enjoyed the anime like enough. I also have like a couple self-help books. Not my cup of tea. Because honestly, I don't think I need helping. I finished I Who Have Never Known Men from my last video. It didn't redeem itself for me, honestly. I read The Glass Castle as a memoir when I was in like 7th grade for English class, and it still remains like a really good book that I read. It's so sad, but it was so interesting to me. Oh my gosh, this 19 Minutes book by Jodi Picoult, however you choose to say it. I love this book. It's so sad, but it was so good. I read also that when I was like 15. It's a little heavy. Very sad. Magnolia Park. Love. Okay, hear me out. Because I have like, I don't know. I think my issue would be solved if I had more bookshelves. But because I have my really, really pretty Hunger Games books, I don't know where I want to put them because I don't want to put them on a bottom shelf. That's so rude. I think I'll put them right here because really you can't see the sprayed edges from the bookshelf itself. So I'll live. It'll be fine. I started reading the Percy Jackson books last year because my husband was really into them and still is, honestly. But I think reading them past the age of like 12, you really see the flaws in them, so I had to stop. I think we actually got this book as a gag gift. And then I'm gonna put my boring copies of the Hunger Games, like my OG ones, on this bottom shelf as well. They're out of order. Okay, as much as I don't want to put my husband's books back on my shelf, I'm going to be nice because he doesn't have much room on the shelves in his game room, so I'll just be a nice lady and do it. My mother-in-law got me this bookend. It could honestly be used as like a weapon, but I'm gonna put it on my TBR shelf. Bookmarks for right now, I'm gonna use them as a holder for my Book of the Month shelf. And I do like having this bottom space down here free because then I feel comfortable putting like my book holders down here for right now. My embossers are all gonna go down here as well. Here in the next few days, I'm gonna package up some books to send to my best friend Maggie. We're doing like a little across the world book swap thing. So that'll be cute and fun. I'll record the ones that I choose to send to her. I don't know where I want to put these because all the books are pushed back right now, so it doesn't really matter where I put them because they're not holding shit up. Damn. Are these not? Ugh. Oh, maybe it is going to hold something up. That's sick. I think the only other shelf that needs anything held up is this one. Just go ahead and put that there. Honestly, I love the way that I put this all together. It looks so much more just organized from what I had it before. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, even though I wanted to quit so badly, like halfway through once the camera stopped. So, very pleased. Now I'm going to end this video and go unbox my new Kindle. I'm going to record a video of me like unboxing it and decorating it. So, with that being said, thanks for hanging out, listening to me yap while I reorganize my bookshelf. See you next time.